from becoming the fastest woman alive in 2021 to using failure as unwavering dedication and motivation. Here's why female sprinters are scared of Elaine Thompson Herah. Oh yeah, if there's someone who makes female runners tremble in their boots, it's Elaine. She broke the world record for the fastest woman alive at the Tokyo 2021 Olympics, and things have been insanely good for the runner ever since. Thompson finished the 100 meters in 10.61 seconds, breaking Florence Griffith Joyner's record by 100th of a second, which made her the second fastest woman in history. It proved her to be a force to be reckoned with on the track, and the world stopped taking her lightly. When we talk about the best sprinters in the world, Sha'Carri Richardson is usually the first name that comes to mind. But our girl Elaine has got some lightning-fast legs. And you can't really talk about female sprinters without bringing her up. Her record isn't limited to the 100-meter category either. Yeah, Elaine's ability truly shined in the 2021 Olympics because she took home more than one gold medal. I'm sure you know that Elaine's also the second fastest woman alive in the 200-meter. The same year Elaine ran the record-breaking 100 meters, the athlete also took the ranking for the 200 meters. She's just below Shericka Jackson on the charts, with a whopping 21.53-second record. And that's only 8 seconds more than the time Jackson made. It was close and had fans on their tiptoes. But I guess it's safe to say, when it comes to sweeping the charts for sprinting, Jamaican women take the win home like no other. Elaine's performance in the 2021 Olympics was nothing short of extraordinary, as she clinched gold medals in both categories. This girl clean swept the records and left the whole world speechless. Let's be real, the sports world wasn't expecting her to come out on top like that, but that's Elaine Thompson Herah for you, everyone. She's always been full of surprises, and this woman has a thing for breaking records wherever she goes. Her time on the track dates way back, and she's been just as good since her college days. Her time began at the University of Technology, Jamaica, and with the MVP coaching she got there, her times on the track started improving like crazy, until her coaches realized that she was destined for the big games, the Olympics. In 2013, she clocked a season best of 11.41 seconds at the Gibson replays. And it doesn't end here, obviously. The same year, Elaine won gold in the 4x100-meter relay at the Central American and Caribbean Championships in Morelia. It wasn't too long until everyone realized Elaine had world champion potential. Yeah, just running in Jamaica wasn't doing her justice. Take a wild guess at what came next. Yep, her international breakthrough. Elaine ran internationally in 2015, and it was definitely one for the books. She repeated as Jamaican Intercollegiate Champion and broke 11 seconds for the first time at the UTEC Classic, with a world-leading 10.92 seconds. The athlete ran 10.97 seconds at the Jamaica International Invitational in Kingston. She defeated a field that included big names such as Blessing Okagbari and Allison Felix. The crazy part? This was all before a major twist of events, where she was beaten at the pre-classic in Eugene by English Gardner, as they were both timed at 10.84 seconds. But Elaine had nothing to lose because she ran her personal best at the 100 meters, and it was only the start for the athlete. Yep, all this time on the track was training her to compete in the big leagues, because the star was truly meant to run in the Olympics. And since making her debut at the 2016 Olympic Games, Elaine went on to become one of, if not the, best female sprinters in the whole world. Herah burst into the Olympic stage in Rio de Janeiro, where she took home the gold medal for the women's 100-meter event with a time of 10.71 seconds. Now that isn't something you hear every day. Athletes taking the Olympic gold in their debut, that's a great win, and you know it. But that wasn't the only medal she took home that year, because our girl managed to bag a silver in the women's 200-meter too. And do I even have to go on about the 2021 Olympics? I think I've told you guys more than enough about that exceptional season. Herah's a 5-time Olympic champion and 1-time world champion. I'll let her records do all the talking about how great she is and why female sprinters fear her on the track. Because you know, when you're running with the Elaine Thompson Herah, you know your chances of touching the ribbon are slim unless you're the Flash himself. Elaine's strengths aren't limited to her excellent times on the track. It's more about how she visualizes all her races and makes sure nothing gets to her head, pulling her away from taking the win. They're right when they say an athlete's greatest strength is dealing with losses, and that's something this sprinter has aced. The star athlete was disqualified at the highly anticipated 100 meters at the Lausanne Diamond League in 2022, and she didn't let it hold her back. In case you don't know, the Lausanne Diamond League is an annual series of elite track and field competitions, so it's a pretty big deal. And when Herah was disqualified by falsely starting the race, fans were left shook. Yeah, we all tuned in expecting a lot from the star, who absolutely killed it the year before at the Olympics. So this disqualification was definitely a setback. Well, not for Herah, because she knows how to deal with stuff like this. Here's the thing. Before her big breakthrough, the athlete was used to being the underdog, and she was often denied opportunities. This made her cherish every single chance she got to prove herself on the track. Plus, Herah's big transformation came because of tough love, so that gave her the mental strength to deal with things going wrong. Elaine's love for running dates way back to her childhood days. No one in her family had pro experience in sports, so she only got on the track because of how much she truly loved it. And she went through a lot because of it, because her father never really approved of her participation in track and field. Plus, her rebellious sister, who was kicked out of her school's high school team due to unruly behavior, wasn't setting a great example for her either. It was Elaine's love for cartoons and her grandmother's support that made her the woman that she is today. She used to run to shops to get whatever her grandmother asked her to, and sprint back to watch cartoons on the TV. Elaine's truly learned how to appreciate every single second on the track, because she had to work her butt off for it. Her career-long coach, Stephen Francis, always saw a champion in her, so he put her through hell until she realized her full potential. Yeah, the athlete that you see on your screens today wouldn't be there if it weren't for Stephen's toughness. He always told her to get better and better, and still does. She's a freaking world champion, so him asking her to still get better says a lot about his coaching style and why Herah's still at the top. Now that she's the fastest woman alive, Elaine's aiming to break the record for the fastest woman of all time. She wants to break Florence Griffith Joyner's 100-meter time of 10.49 seconds at the World Athletics Championship in Eugene, Oregon. After her disqualification setback in 2022, Thompson's coming in strong with big dreams. Tell me something more terrifying than that for other women who share the track with her. You've got to admit, her dedication to her sport is unwavering. So, of course, she isn't going to let one bad race ruin things for her. Our girl's aiming big, and why wouldn't she? She's the fastest woman to run on the track in 30 years, so becoming the fastest woman of all time isn't a stretch. She's only got a few seconds to cover, and even after all the records she's made, Elaine thinks there's a lot more for her to unleash. In the athlete's own words, disappointment makes you better and stronger. Elaine's also had a long history with injuries. She's been struggling with an Achilles tendon injury for nearly 5 years now. So this one really knows the pain of failure because her injuries have made her miss some amazing opportunities. She uses failure and disappointment to motivate her to get better. Plus, we know she's got a great support system in the shape of Francis to help her get through anything. This time, our girl is aiming for 3 medals, so all the female sprinters better watch out. And there you have it. From using failure as unwavering dedication and motivation to becoming the fastest woman alive in 2021. This was why female sprinters are scared of Elaine Thompson Herah.